Hello everyone, this is Silver Grimoire. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've made a Xenoverse video at all. I mean, I did some live streams, but yeah, we're back on this content. If you're down for that, stick around. But we're talking about Xenoverse 3 today, and this is kind of a wish list video, but also like addressing everything that's been said about the game type thing, so let's dive on in. Okay, for one, the biggest thing I've seen so far when it comes to the game is outside of PvP, I can say the game looks great. I mean, animation, I was kind of sad that they abandoned the original Xenoverse art style. I know people said they didn't like it, which I think is crazy because they were glazing Xenoverse a long time ago. I remember that when I was a kid, but you know, I kind of do miss that. I think it made the Xenoverse franchise look distinct. It didn't look like other Dragon Ball games, but now I think the game's going to look more like other Dragon Ball games, which, I mean, it's fine, you know, it is what it is. It's the evolution of Dragon Ball, and in general, I think a lot of games are going to start looking similar animation-wise. Plus, Xenoverse 2 came out 10 years ago, so using a new engine, it's probably not going to look the same. One thing I do like is I'm hearing, I don't know if this is true, you can let me know in the comments, I'm hearing that we're going to get a demon race and we're going to get an android race from what I'm hearing. And if that's true, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but if that's true, I'm really happy about that. They listen to fan feedback and they're adding more races to the game, more diversity in the game. I'm happy that we're seeing that. And I will say the hub world looks great. I like the fact that we might be able to make bigger humans. You know, it's not going to be like one set archetype for characters anymore, which will make characters look a lot more unique, a lot more different. It'll make characters look distinct, and people will be able to actually, you know, customize and feel like they're unique from everyone else, which I think is a really, really good implementation for the game. Now, I'd say my biggest concern right now, is PvP. Now, we saw the trailer where they showed us in that little parallel quest, I'm assuming parallel quest, where you were going around fighting Broly, doing all that. My biggest concern for PvP is and listen, I will say with some caveats, I feel like the base gameplay of Xenoverse was slightly better, or at least more appealing, in the sense that you had a parry system, a consistent parry system, which I'm assuming you might have in Xenoverse 3 with perfect blocks. Ki Blast, though people complained about it, let's be honest, every character on the roster had it. And though it wasn't necessarily intended, it did raise somewhat of a skill gap in the game, because every character could do it, so it was how you utilized it as well. Though we won't see that in this game, I think combos in this game, at least from what I saw in the footage, they look different. I'm not going to say good yet, because obviously I haven't gotten my hands on it. I'm not going to say bad either, because I haven't gotten my hands on it, but they look different, you know, they look okay. Biggest concern, though, my biggest concern has to be the stamina thing. Or rather, the lack of a stamina bar and the key bar being stamina, because at least from what I understand, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, Ki Blast, the key bar is now strictly just a stamina bar. I mean, we know moves have cooldown, which I think is a great change. I think that's a really, really good change. The fact that moves are now on cooldown, we won't see spamming issues like we did in Xenoverse, which I think this is something Xenoverse 3 is doing better than Xenoverse 2. But what concerns me with the key bar being kind of like the new stamina bar is it kind of limits player expression in the way they fight. You know, in Xenoverse 2, you could decide how long your stamina bar was via the stat system. And though we don't know if you can or can't with this game, if you can't, I feel like it'll make things a little boring. It'll definitely be, I'd say, more balanced, definitely. But considering it's Xenoverse, I don't know if balance is the devs' focus here, and if it were, I mean, I'd be really, really happy and excited for that, but I don't know if that is their focus. So that is something that I'm a little concerned about, but we'll wait and see when the game comes out. And I'd say one of my hopes for this game, if they're leaning more into the PvE aspect, I'd love to see something where, and I doubt this is something they've put in the game. I very seriously doubt, but I think it'd be really cool. Letting people like customize PQs, like make to an extent their own parallel quests. I feel like that would revitalize the PvE side of the game, whereas it won't just become PvP. Again, I doubt that we have this, but it's better to say you want it than to not say it at all. And this is something else. I know we're definitely not going to get this at launch, but I really do want to see more transformations for the other races. I know Saiyans, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 but let's be honest. It's an RPG. It's an MMORPG, at least this game seems to be. We want game balance. We want a lot of balance here. I'd want that, and I don't want another Xenoverse 2 situation where the Saiyans are just objectively the best thing and nothing can really challenge them in any capacity. I feel like that'd be very, very lame. I don't think it would encourage people to play differently. I don't think it would encourage people to choose a different race online. I don't think it would encourage people to do anything really different. It would literally just be what Xenoverse 2 PvP is, where Saiyans are objectively the best thing from start to finish, and you're just fighting Saiyans online back to back to back to back to back, and there's not going to be really any difference there. Like, it's just going to be that. Especially with the fighting styles. That is another thing. I really don't want to see fighting styles limited to your race and gender, because I swear if Saiyans get Broly's fighting style and I can't do that on a female Saiyan, it's just going to create somewhat of a ranked system again where there's an objectively best thing and then there's worse things, which that's not always bad, but at the same time, well, I mean, objectively it is always bad, but it's not always horrible. But I think in Xenoverse 3's case, we've been waiting 10 years for this game. It would be really bad if that were the case.
Now, I really want to attack this point because I was saying this a lot on social media, and I'm just going to roll the clip for you guys. And then we're going to talk about it, because there's no actual way these people are wanting the game to be unbalanced. But let's get to it.
Xenoverse 3 has timers for transformations? No!
But also it sounds like the transformations are timed, just like the Soul Link, the Soul Switch, and that is a massive misstep.
So I posted a video today about John's gameplay and the Super Saiyan timer, and a lot of people are in the comment section of that video coping, trying to say that the Super Saiyan timer is a countdown to your next transformation. This clip disproves that theory. This is from the live stream that happened at 2 p.m. where, as soon as that timer hit 0, John went back to base form. There are so many people saying, oh, no, there's a mastery system. There are people literally sitting there in that comment section lying. Please, do not get your hopes up from people who are coping and trying to say that the Super Saiyan timer is not actually a real thing, because it very much is. As soon as that timer hits 0, you're going to be very disappointed when you go back to base form.
I'm seeing a lot of content creators say stuff like they don't like the key drain on Super Saiyan. And as a person who played PvP a lot in Xenoverse 2, where you build a channel around it back in the day, like this channel was built on that, it's a good idea. Saiyans were not only the best thing in Xenoverse 2 by a large margin. To people who knew what they were doing in this game, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. People thinking Earthlings were, it wasn't close. The key drain is very much needed for game balance, especially if they're not just going to make stuff up for the other races and give them an equivalent amount of transformations to compete. It's actually needed for game balance. Also, I'm hearing that the Saiyan transformation in Xenoverse 3 is going to give you more than it did in Xenoverse 2. People complaining about this, I don't know if they actually played PvP to the extent that I did, or that frickin' any other person that I would have known did. I think this is very much a good change, because it stops the Saiyans from being even more stupid and broken in comparison to the other races. and will encourage people to play the other races instead of just Saiyans Online like Xenoverse 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to address that point really quickly because that was really irritating me. That point was really irritating me. But otherwise, game looks great. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. People who aren't looking forward to seeing it, I hope you eventually come to the light and notice this game is pretty good. Again, PvP, we got a glimpse of it. I'm a little worried, but trade-offs. We'll give it a shot. I can't really say anything too definitive until we actually play it, So, I'm looking forward to the game. And with that, it's Silver Grimoire. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see y'all later.